I'm having a memory. Yes. Um, I started to play pool, billiards, pool. Billiards, the table is different. Pool, standard pool. When I was 3 years old. And I was trained by all my family members, and I loved it. I was really into it, and my grandfather had a pool table. He had like a full. He had like all the, he had like the whole casino jam, and so I could play pool, like all the time. I would even get my grandmother would be like, no, you need to stop. I'd have to like go help her or something. I was really addicted to it. I loved playing pool. I was always like getting kicked. They're like, no, stop. You have to get out. But any chance. And at night, I figured out that I could play, and I wouldn't wake my grandparents up. And sometimes I would just do like one ball. Like I'd be like 6 years old, and I had to stand on a stool, on a chair, to be able to do this. And I would do it for like 4 hours, 5 hours, something. Like just take one ball and like just try to like hit the mark, like real lightly. It was a nice table. It was like a big, heavy one. So it was real good, and everything was perfect. And so I trained there, and I always played. And my father would take me, like he would want to go and have a beer, in the summertime, and we would go to the bar, and with a pool table. He's like, we can play some pool, and I would play pool with my father, or and other people, and my father could have beer. I'd have like a Shirley Temple or something, lemonade, and people started to they would see us playing. And I was really good. I would be like 8, 9, 7, and people would play against me, adults, and I would win. Like 2 out of the 3 times I would win, and it was really weird. And my father and people would bet on this. So I was winning with the pool table as a child, and I thought that it was actually something. I thought, well, you do make money, but what I realized is like. That I felt that the reason I was winning was just some kind of weird luck. That's what I was thinking, and I thought, well, and there was some rules I didn't know about some games, but I would compete. I would just do it like in my free time. And make money, get free games, because it was bizarre. 2 out of 3 times I would win, so I knew I could basically go anywhere, even if I only had money for one game. Something would show up, And I would do this as like one of my most, if not my most fun pastime. And people always thought that they were going to win because I was a woman and like this small, like a Tinkerbell. They're like, no, Tinkerbell is not going to like beat me on the pool table, but I did. And they would get angry about it and shit too. I got that people got outraged before in different bars. They're like, you're a fucking shark, and like they would think that like somebody sent me to play them and beat them and embarrass them, like that it was part of some kind of coup. I'm not kidding. I had instances where I was playing in my 20s and like there was like some Puerto Rican pool club and I went in there and the best players, like the house champs, are there. They probably like they didn't own it, but they were like prominent members, and I played them, and I won twice. And they went insane. They started breaking the table stuff, like, and they had to shut the whole bar down, like immediately. And luckily, there were only like a few of us in there, but they just shut it down immediately, and we're like, get the fuck out of here. It was already like 1 or something, 12:30. It was not that late, maybe 12:30. They were like, okay, we want to close. Get the fuck out. You're like, like you're freaked out because of that. And I was thinking, and he had like trophies and stuff on the wall there. Because he was like a pool champ. And I beat him. And the thing is what these people don't know is that it just happens. Even when I'm not trying, it happens. And I could have played that, and I could have made like good, clean gambling money on games. But the thing is like the whole thing, the environment, the that. I was just like, no. I wouldn't want to be. I don't even. It's I don't need it. And I wasn't looking to be like the winner or the champ. And I knew, I was like, that's what it's all about. Always my opponent, they just want to be the winner and the champ. They can't just play. Sometimes. You sometimes meet people and they just love to play. There's lots of people that love to play. And I am one of those big time. And I loved it because it was a way to commune with people that you don't know, you don't have anything in common with, It was nice. It's like chess or something like that. It's like a nice public activity, which I didn't feel like I had much of or any at all. And didn't most of the time. So it would always be some kind of TV show. Yeah, a TV show. Like, anytime, it was always like Wild Wild West Saloon. Anytime I walked, because I don't even really drink or go into bars, but I would have to get to the pool table, and I was I usually didn't have money, so. So I wouldn't bet. I couldn't do, like, I couldn't put money on the table, make betting who's going to win. And I just wouldn't want to, because I would just lose my money. I would. But I would take the games. You know, I would take the games. And after like 4 rounds of people, you know, some motherfucker comes in and plays me, and we knock it out in just like 1 minute. And then we're like ding ding ding, and they're always they're like some kind of master player, like a pool wizard. Once the pool wizard shows up, it's like you don't need to. Now it's the pool wizard's table. What they're doing with that, who knows? But it's coming back to me. This, yeah. The heat reminds me of it. It does, yeah. And it's also, I think it's coming in because of like all this, like karmic dissolve and karmic retribution, karmic redemption, and that's in the air and with the sun and everything, our life. That was a big part of my life. And I realized that, I realized like anyone who was like, say if you had like some spy watching you, I was like, man, this would throw them such a game changer. Like to see this. Because it had no, it was, because other than that, I was like doing, I was like, yoga, like renunciate training. Really, really trying, like renouncing the karmic human body life, working on it, understanding it, not engaging with it, being alone, But I would get these kind of little breaks to play pool, and I could have a drink, because for me it was like a Christmas. It was feeling like Christmas. It's like, whoa. And I'm gonna be a winner. I'm about to win. It's so wild, wild west, the whole deal. And I live with this, like a curse, not even a curse, a total blessing, totally. But it was only because I had like baby pool training, and by like people that could really play. And I just loved it. That was the funniest thing ever. I was like, man. And ultimate in life is you have your own pool table. Like if I had money to have whatever I want, I would need a pool table. I would definitely want a pool table. Like a whole area for that. And kind of a way. So you could play at night, and you wouldn't disturb anybody, like some kind of pool room. That would be neat. For me, I would feel like Jackie Gleason or something. Yeah, if I had that, and there's a little AC in there or something, like you can really enjoy it and train, because it's really good for your mind. Pool. I found it was like a great guru teacher. Pool. And strategy, like you can strategize, but what happens, it can be completely different, and you can't explain it. Like every player in the world, you know about this. You're like, no, how did that not work? And people do figure out how, like, they do figure out, they're like, oh, you need to just put, it's like, it's so precise, this. Yeah, it's like ninja. It's like martial arts pool. And it gives you a ninja mind, for sure. And I thought it was, for me, it was like a kind of schooling, for sure. This, you know, I could play some other sports and stuff. I could run too. I could, I did Olympic training pretty much my whole life, and training, dancer training, everything training, physical training. If you have like serious injuries and stuff, you can rehabilitate your body. It does take time, but if you know how to train, how you can come back and almost like have a different body completely. So on that note, we're going to take a couple cards from the cross deck. This is a deck I haven't used in a long time. Yeah. And I'm going to shuffle it up. Collective Coffee Cafe. How may I help you? Ooh. You're getting a lot of bird energy in this moment. Yes. Ooh. Okay. 5 of clubs, clovers, and the Jack of hearts. 5 of clubs, clovers, and the Jack of hearts. Yes, these power conflicts, and the this like Knight of Cups energy, Jack of hearts. She's moving towards the heart there, which is really nice. Okay, with the 8 of spades, veils, yes, with the divine truth, and the Joker, perfect. Yes. What more would you like to say to the collective? Spirit. 10 of diamonds, 10 of pentacles, heaven and hell energy. Ooh. 5 of spades, veils, yeah, and the conflicts of truth. Okay, one more from the top. 5 of diamonds. We got a lot of 5s. We got 3 5s on the ground here with the 8 5s, so that means we have 3 13s. And we're gonna just take a couple runes here. Yeah, we're gonna take a couple runes real fast. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck with the 9 of spades, veils. So it is like hard. It's hard times with all those 5s and the 8s and it is and then it's giving the double quinceañera. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna take this one. Horse move is showing itself. Tread. Foot, soul, treadle. Okay, I'm going to take all the ones that opened. Pear tree, cosmic surge, Piordo, and leech, emotional bleed, leche, and butcher's broom, butcher's broom scrub, 56. Brahm, ignite, water meadow, ing. I'm getting the river Thames with that, with the wisteria over the river Thames which is a reading we just did, like, not so far back, maybe a couple months ago or something. So it is bringing in that reading, wisteria over the river Thames, and the flowers. They're talking a lot about the flowers. Yeah. So that was it from the Raw Runes. Always great messages. Spirit, what more would you like to say before we close the reading for the collective? King of Diamonds, Televisionary, and the Diamond Vision. They're bringing in the Egyptians, and the Egyptians, the most ancient Egyptians. There was the belief that we are, the existence that we are in is a punishment and a kind of afterlife. Like, they realize multiple lives. They're like, we're in an afterlife. And so now we know that this is not a perfect existence, and we want to move towards. So they were very understanding about the journey of the soul, and of course they created so much to contribute their understanding of that, which was very wise and difficult for people to understand for the most part. And it's like you're already dead. But if you have a spiritual soul life, spiritual life, connected to Source and the Holy Spirit, then you have this same, like an Egyptian. You are doing your time and understanding within this circumstance, but your vision is diamond vision. It's old. It is. So it's in the energy of love and eternal love, and the God in the heavenly realms. Yes, with the 10 of Hearts. Yes, heaven. So that's so nice. Thank you, Spirit Collective. That was a nice reading, and I'm glad we got a little bit of the runes in there. I couldn't translate them, but for those who already know, you could, I'm sure, pick it up. And that's it. Collective Coffee Cafe. All the best. And thanks for listening.